Hi friends, thank you all so much for coming back to craft with me today, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Alyssa, and today we're making a 6x6 mini album with some fun file tab inserts. So every page is a pocket, and just as a little disclaimer, we're not going to be using our 6x6 paper to create the album. Those are just the final dimensions. But you can use 6x6 paper for your inserts if you wanted to do that. So anyway, for this little album here, I used the bright floral paper pad here from the Paper Studio. And on my cover, I have Let the Story Begin. And I just added some flowers, a little butterfly, and I just used my scraps here to outline the edges or the corners of this piece. So I'll show you my little file tab inserts here. I pretty much just collaged or created little tuck spots like this, but you could journal, and then there's a tag tucked behind there. You could put photos on here, whatever you want to do. And on the inside here, I did the same kinds of things. So these are just some little journaling spots, a little tag there. I did leave some pages blank just for photos. And again, each page is a pocket. So here's my next little insert. This, I just drew my own line so that you could journal some more. And then you could put photos on the back as well or continue writing. So you have all the space to do that. Over here, I just washi taped another little journaling card. I put this nice big 4x6 cut apart over here. Enjoy the little things. Here's my next little tab insert. This I turned into a pocket. So same kinds of things in there. And here are the last few pages. I love this little glittery flower. So that's just another space that you could write. This was a scrap I had, so I turned it into a big pocket and made a journaling card to go in there. And there's just one more pocket on the side. So I have one of my little lists here. So you could journal, a butterfly, and then don't forget to fly. I don't know why, I just really love that little sentiment. It just makes me happy. So there is my last little tab insert. And of course, you don't even have to do the tabs. Obviously, those are optional, but I just think it gives it such a cute little look here on the side. So another easy mini album, great for even 4x6 photos. So let's go ahead and grab some paper and we can create one of these together. For today's project, I'm going to be using the Mariposa stack here. And I actually got this at a garage sale. They were selling paper pads for $1 each, or you could buy the whole box of paper pads, which was $10. So you know that I bought the whole entire box. There were more than 10 paper pads in the box. So I pretty much got them for less than $1 each, which is a pretty good steal in my opinion. So definitely check out local yard sales and things like that. Maybe you might score some paper or crafting products, but anyway, we're gonna just start off here with 2 sheets of 12x6 paper. So I just took a 12x12 and cut it in half down or in the center pretty much. So those are my 2 12x6s. So let's just grab one of them, and this is going to be one of the pages in the mini album. So this one, we're just going to pretty much fold it in half, or you can score it at the 12-inch side at 6. Let's go ahead and just score it. Right down the middle, and then we can fold that. All right, so that's one page. We're gonna set that aside. And for our next 12 by 6, this is what's going to be the front and the back cover. So this one we are actually going to just cut right in half at the 12-inch side. So I'm gonna cut that. So now we have a 6 by 6 and another 6 by 6. So again, those are our front and back covers. So we can set those aside as well. And for the rest of the album, we're just going to grab 2 sheets of 12 by 7 paper. So this paper is so gorgeous. It even has some glittery accents. And there's my other 12 by 7. So I'm just gonna flip this over just so you can see. But for both of them, let's start by scoring them right down the middle at 6. So hold it at the 12-inch side and score it right down the middle at 6. And then we're going to flip this to the 7-inch side. And we're just going to score at 1/2 inch and 6.5. So 1/2 inch all the way down and 6.5. Or just flip it over and do 1/2 inch again. Whatever is easier. Because apparently I was just having some difficulty there, but there we have it. So this is pretty much what it's going to end up looking like. And then we can grab our scissors, and I just like to kind of cut off the corners there. Like that. And then we're just going to cut a little triangle shape out here where this little score line is. So that it looks like this, and we can do the same thing on this side. All right, then we can clean up our little scraps. And then we're pretty much going to take this and we're going to fold it. So if you have single-sided paper, just have the blank side on the outside. We're going to fold it in half. Oh, that's upside down. That's okay. We can turn it that way. And then just fold your tabs. That one goes down. This one goes up. Same thing on the other side. Okay, so this is what we have. And we're going to do the same exact thing now to our next 12 by 7. All right, so here's another page. And now we can just glue everything together. So let's go ahead and just take one of these. I think I'll just use this one first. And on this side, where my blank side is, I'm going to just grab one of my 6 by 6 sheets, and I'm just going to glue it right onto the tabs here. So, I mean, I guess you could use a 6 by 6 paper for this. So this will be my front cover, which is great. This is like a little hack for if you don't want to decorate your cover. Just pick a paper with something that's already decorated for you. Let's go ahead and just glue our tabs here. And then we're also going to pop a line of glue down the left side. Obviously, just to close that up. And let me make sure all my prints are going the same way. We can just put our 6x6 cover here on top. So then we're going to get a pocket here, of course. These will be our pages. And there's the back side. So at this point, we're going to grab our other 12x6 paper here that we folded in half. And we're going to attach it the same way. So first, just glue your tabs. And then glue the right side here. And then blank side to blank side, we're just going to attach this piece. So there's our second pocket page. And then we're going to grab our last few pages here and attach them the same exact way. And then just attach the blank side to the blank side. And that'll be our third pocket page once it's dry. Our next few pages, and then that's it. We can grab our last 6x6 piece of paper here and just glue it onto the back for our back cover. And of course, just make sure everything lines up the way you want it to. So that's what the spine's going to look like. And there's our front cover with the pocket page, pocket, and pocket. So that's it for the assembly of this mini album. Of course, you could always just keep going with this type of album too. So create as many pages as you want, but for me, 4 is good. So now I'm going to show you how I do my inserts. So I'm going to set this aside, and for the inserts, you can use 6x6 papers. You may just have to trim off a little bit of the top or the bottom, just so it fits perfectly inside of the pockets. So mine are a little bit less than 6 inches. I think they're like 5 7/8 of an inch tall by 6. So for these, I have to grab my scoreboard again. But we want to just take our 6x6 papers here, and we're going to make little score marks here on the right side of our papers. So I'm going to score 2 of mine because I have 4 sheets here. So I'm just going to score 2 at a time. So again, we're going to just make some score marks on the right side. So make sure that's the side you are scoring. And we're just going to make marks at 1.5, 3, and 4.5 to create our tabs. So you can obviously just take like a branding strip or scrap strip and glue it onto the side and create your tab that way. But I'm just showing you how I did it for my first one. So again, we want to just make a little mark here at 1.5, 3, and 4.5. And I think it's easier to see from the back, but those are our little score marks that we made. And I'll do the same thing again with my other 2. So just make those marks on the right side. 1.5, 3, and 4.5. Whoops. Okay. So those are my score marks there. And now you pretty much want to decide what order you want these inserts to go in. So this is pretty much how I want them. This one I want to be my first, second, third, and fourth. So let's take our first insert that we want to put in our first pocket, and we pretty much just want to leave this top section and cut off the rest of it. So you can see where we put that score mark there. We're pretty much just going to shift this paper over to 5.5, and we're going to cut the rest of the paper off up to that score mark that we made. And I know it's very hard to see, so I'm just going to put like a tiny little red mark there. So again, just shift your paper over to 5.5, and we're going to cut off the side here. Just up to, again, where that score mark was. And then we're just going to cut right along the score line or score mark that we made. And then we'll get a little tab here on the right. And I just grabbed my little punch. You could even use like your single hole punch, one of these guys, to just like chomp out a little corner of the tab there. So you get something that looks like that, whatever kind of look you want to do. So that's going to be my first little insert. And we're going to do our second one now. So I'm just going to mark again where my score marks are. So this is the section here that we want to keep. And we want to cut off the top part and the rest of the bottom for our tab. So shift this over to 5.5 and just do the same thing. Kind of just cut the bottom part and the top. Just up to where that little score mark is. Same thing down here. And then we can just cut into it this way. So now our tab is over here. So obviously it's just going to layer up like that. And I guess I'll do my little punches again. Okay. Grab your third sheet and do the same thing. So we want to go down to the third section here and leave that intact. So 5.5. I'm just going to mark mine again, just so I can see it. Then I can just go ahead and cut off the rest. Hopefully I explained that okay. And if it's easier for you, again, just to glue a strip to the side as a tab, go ahead and do that. And last one, we just want to leave that bottom section. I made a mark there, but we'll just line this up at 5.5 now and chop that off. Okay, so that's what they're going to end up looking like, and I think that's just such a cute look. And now we can just put them into our mini album. And I feel like I don't even have to do much decorating or any decorating at all, because this is a cute journaling space. So they'll stick out like that. There's that one. That one. I just love this page here. And our last one. And so when it's all closed up, how stinking cute are the tabs coming out the side, right? So that's pretty much where I'm going to end the video. You can decorate to your heart's desire, but I mean, the cover's already decorated for me. You could even add like stickers or ephemera pieces to your tabs. So I'm just going to grab 4 little butterfly stickers just as examples, but you could kind of just, you know, glue these to your tabs in a way where they will fit. And so you can have like little butterfly stickers poking out, or whatever kind of stickers you want to use, flowers, whatever your theme is. So you can kind of have them poking out like that as well. I think that's super cute. But yeah, decorate to your heart's desire. You can stick 4x6 photos in here, 4x6 note cards, so you have room to write. And it's just a fun little album that can fit maybe some bigger photos. And you can put them on your inserts too. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel for more crafty fun and inspiration. leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Happy crafting and huge hugs!